Hello everyone, I'm Maple Duck G, and this is my series, 100 Deaths. This series will end, obviously, after 100 deaths. We're going to have no natural regeneration, and yeah, uh, just basics. Uh, this is going to be kind of a short series in a way. It'll be a 10-episode series. It took me a while to edit this first one. My editing software kept crashing. But anyways, these are more so highlights from my streams. Kinda. Uh, it was about 24 hours of footage before this. Uh, and you're gonna see here where I'm not the best at this game, so we will get to that 100 deaths by like day 1,000 or so. And yeah, I didn't know zombies could see you from that far. Kinda weird to me. Also, that's a sneaky skeleton, I have to say. Anyways, we're gonna make the foundation here to our house. Kind of get an idea what we want to do. Anyways, so I just want to make a star house. Get some iron armor, basically. Maybe a few diamonds. And by the end, I want to have an iron farm, a gold farm, and maybe 2 others. I don't know what they're going to be yet, but whatever I find useful at the time. But because of the no natural regeneration, we'll have to figure out something to fix that problem as much. So it's not as bad. I will figure something out. I might, actually I already know, but we're gonna use some suspicious stew that you make with oxide daisies or something, and I'll give you a regen for a few seconds. Just an idea there. But that's basically all we're gonna do for it. And it'll just make it a little easier on us, so we can actually be eventually. So we're gonna get some glass for the structure, and we're gonna kind of cut a little after this to when we're basically done, close to our next death, I would say, but not really. So we're fishing here. We just need more food is kind of the thing there. I finished the house, but that horse just killed me from getting thrown off the edge. I think I missed one of my deaths somewhere in here. I don't know where it is particularly, but it's somewhere in here. It's in the first live stream, if you ever want to watch it and find out. It's not too particular to me. We turned on show days, so we kind of know our day to death ratio. But that's kind of the thought. We're gonna fish some more. Though you have to keep in mind is something. You watch your back. I messed with the mob sounds after this so I could actually hear hostile mobs a little better. But yeah, we're gonna make our mine, or at least start on most of it. We need some extra wood so we can actually start mining. You'll see the actual mine in a second here, I believe. But yeah, this isn't a bad mine. It'll work for us for a very long time. And yeah, we need some different wood types here. So we got some oak there. Then we started strip mining a little more. This is another death that happened and I didn't get on screen here. Those skeletons killed me in the end. Anyways, got some more diamonds here. Not a bad way. I think this is the second stream. Might still be the first stream, but who knows. Anyways, we're getting a little revenge on those drowned. We're making a little deck so It's a little harder to sneak up behind us is kind of the idea, but I don't know why I was thinking that. Yeah, I mean, good fishing spot. I picked up a mending unbreaking fishing rod. So that was pretty cool. We're gonna half fix that path over there. We'll fix it fully later on, we're thinking. But we're getting some more fish in preparation of our little trip around to try to find a village. I'm not gonna rush diamond tools and armor this episode. I think I'll do that another episode, but who knows? Actually, I do know. This has ended up, by the way, being a 100 Days episode. If you were wondering, you can see by the end. And yeah, so we're going to explore. We found this kind of cool terrain here. I really liked it. We also found this Cherry Grove, I think it's called, or something like that. I recorded this a little before the last update came out, by the way. So this seed doesn't really work to find my same seed because they changed the generation a little bit. Anyways, we got a little iron from there. Pretty cool, I have to say. And yeah. So guys, if you got this far, I recommend liking the video. Possibly. Maybe commenting. Anyways, we found this village. I use tools such as seedmap.com along with spectator mode to find stuff every once in a while when it's just in my way of something I need. If that's a good idea of what you need to think. I don't consider it cheating per se as much as some other people. It's alright. Not quite cheating. But you have to remember to not use it often to find stuff that you weren't supposed to find. But yeah. I'm just trying to make these farms a little bigger so I can actually still lots more crops from them. So it's at least close by for whenever I'm breeding some villagers. I'm making a sheep pen here so I can actually get enough beds for an iron farm. Was kind of my thought. If that makes sense to all of you. It's not too small of a sheep pen, it's pretty big. Not a bad way of ending it, basically, is kind of my thoughts for that. We got a few sheep in. Good Star of the Empire of sheep. And yeah, so I was trying to figure out what mushrooms you can put them on. It's Potzel. Potzel works. So I used that, and we made some not mystical mushroom stew, just suspicious stew. Wasn't too bad. So we got some suspicious stew ingredients so we could regenerate our health and it won't be much of a problem. It's kind of the idea there, if that makes sense to all of you. And we got our mushrooms there. You can drop them with an axe. Not a lot of people know that, I think. I mean, quite a few actual Minecraft players do, but not everyone does. Anyways, we're making our suspicious stew here, as I like. I didn't mention it, but before the expedition, we got some good iron armor. on us. And those few diamonds haven't been put to anything yet. I'm thinking about getting rid of that sand beach over there, but I'm not quite sure. I'm also thinking about putting a bridge right in the middle of there. Not like a really good bridge, just an okay bridge. Kind of my thoughts. But yeah, we got some sheep there getting bred. And yeah, so we're heading back over here. All our sheep are pretty good. They are going really good. Got some more brown mushrooms. We're making sure we're up to half health. I'm pretty sure I made a bone meal farm after this, using an infinite kelp machine going into composters. We're also getting some leaves for our iron farm because some iron golems were spawning outside of it. When you make up your design, you have to keep that in mind. You have to make sure there's no land where iron golems can spawn. Either 3 deep water or 4 blocks of leaves on each side. Anyways, we got our first villager here that's going to get sacrificed to the iron farm. I think I went with a 30 villager iron farm design for this one. I made it up, so no one else has really made it. I mean, I made this like 13 times at this point. I got a good idea how to make this farm. For making it up so many times. This is kind of a cool place that I found. This is where my mega base is going to be, like my main one. At least I hope it's going to be here. I found this terrain kind of cool. Now I'm going to put like a giant castle on top with a wizard's tower on that one flowing island. I'm just going to try and make it look cool. Which I don't know if it will. You'll have to wait and find out probably next episode in like 2 months. Maybe guys, just maybe I will be able to get in like a month? Not a month. Yeah, a month per episode. I might get to that point. But who knows? I don't know if I will. Though something I'm happy about, the green villagers still breed, luckily, with the regular villagers. I was happy about that. I didn't have to sacrifice 2 of my good villagers. Green villager keeps getting stuck there. Kind of funny. And yeah. So we're throwing. We got some potatoes here. We're gonna harvest all of ours and give those villagers the rest, so we can start making some iron. If that's an idea for you. Getting some wheat too. This will just stay for a long time. I'm thinking next episode I'm gonna make a giant wall around this village, by the way. Just ideas. I'm gonna eliminate that beach, by the way. That beach will get eliminated, I swear. It will. It very much will get eliminated. We got a lot of carrots, though, from that. Very nice. I AFK'd, by the way, a lot for like 35 to 50 days. Trying to get this iron farm going. I was either AFKing at the carrot field, or I was AFKing at here, like right here. You can see how many villagers there were. It takes 2 days for villagers to grow up at least. Sometimes they take 3 or 4. Just keep that in mind when you're doing this. And yeah, I'm gonna also clear out some of the trees at the spruce village as well, so there's a few less monsters spawning around. And yeah, I don't know what we're doing. Oh, okay, we're gonna do a little mining session, possibly. Oh, I'm getting some shovel and some axe. Yeah, I went through a lot of iron tools this episode. Getting this iron farm. We're also trying to make the village look a little better, possibly. It won't. I mean, a little terraforming helps a little, but not that much. I mostly stayed in one of the villagers' houses. It was the old cartographer's house. We got that dog, by the way. If you want to, you can give me a name. I have quite a few name tags, I'm pretty sure, in one of my chests that we can use. And if we don't, we'll just get name tags from a librarian. But give me a name for the dog. Why don't you, man? It'll help me out a little because I don't feel like thinking about the name. So, yeah. Though what weirded me out was his collar. I think it was colored or something. I don't know why. I don't think it is, but... By the way, that was my attempt to get rid of iron golem spawns around my farm. It did not work, so I made my own on a different world, if that makes sense. Kind of my usage of a different test world and making copies of the worlds. Just keep that in mind always. I'm always doing that. Making copies of the worlds. Making sure I'm not messing anything up. So I want to go to the nether for nether quartz. I want to make a gold farm along with sheep farm. I think I was only thinking of the sheep farm at the time. So, also, you always make a 5x5 obsidian nether portal. Maybe you don't use all 5x5. You use 3 on the bottom, 3 on the sides, and 3 on the top. But yeah, I died there, but I didn't set my spawn at my main base. I didn't show you where I set up the portal, but we're going to go over there. Huh. I thought I didn't have a diamond pickaxe, I think, towards the end of this playthrough. I think, for some reason. I don't know why, but I did at one point not think I had a diamond pickaxe. It don't matter. I think I wasted 3 diamonds later on in this playthrough. I don't know why. Anyways, this is kind of our nether spawn. There's nothing really cool. We didn't do much here. We got a little bit of our nether quartz that we needed for observers. But that's about it, man. And yeah. We're gonna make an iron door. So we have a little easier time. By the way, bring a bow to the nether at all times. You have to have a bow when you're in the nether. This is me demolishing the beach. I wanted all the sand partially. That was a good portion of it. But yeah, that's kind of the idea there. Why I'm getting rid of the beach. And yeah, I'm probably posting this on New Year's Day, like January 1st. So yeah, I find that kind of cool. That's possibly being told to you finally on January 1st, after I probably started in November. Though I took a little longer than I wanted to on this project. I started to get some iron though, which I was really happy about. You can have one green villager, which I was happy about. I'm locking these farmers up for no reason. I barely fit, I think, 30. It might be only a 20 villager one though. So I'm trying to spruce up my mine here. I wanted it to look kind of good. And this is kind of how it ended up. This bottom part is supposed to look a little better. Anyways, we are getting some nether quartz here, man. Nether quartz. We just need it for observers, obviously, man. You guys kind of get the idea here. Observers are great when you're making farms and stuff. Don't worry about my world building. We'll look at my entire Minecraft world towards the end of this video. Just saying. I gave you a sneak peek on December on like December 1st or so, to make sure you kind of knew what my world was looking like. But yeah. Oh, I just remembered about when I made my last video, which was So Long Nerds for a good while. Not so long, nerds. How's it going, nerds? I reused some of my other footage. Anyways, I was thinking about it, and I just remembered some random kid wasn't even being that rude, and his comment got deleted off my video, which was kind of annoying to me. I'm really for all of you commenting, no matter what. But I don't know why, but YouTube didn't like that guy's comment. It's whatever, though. So this is me setting up my sheep farm, by the way, guys. We're using some of our sand, I think, from our beach demolition project, if that makes sense for all of you. Pretty cool project, I have to say. Pretty easy project for me to do. And yeah, we're just making sure our rail has to fit underneath there. If that makes sense to all of you. It's just a good sheep farm. Basically, the observer senses when a sheep eats the grass, and when the sheep eats the grass, it shears them with the dispenser. If that makes sense to all of you. Hopefully it does. And yeah. So this is me smelling up all my glass, getting all the glass fumes into my body, as normally expected. And yeah, that's the doggo. Hopefully you guys remember to name him. I'll be really happy if you guys do, by the way. Kind of cool underneath here. it'll be a little annoying making the wall around the village, but who knows there. Um, I have an idea for it, though. We're fixing this tower after I used it for my AFK king over in that field. If that makes sense to what I was doing there. So we got our glass here. And yeah, we're cool. We're getting some wheat to breed our sheep for basically the last time. We're gonna leave those sheep on that island, of course. But we're only stealing like 5 sheep. It'll be nice for beds, but I guess it's gonna be nice for shepherds in the end. We're gonna have basically a double chest worth of wool in the end. So, by the way, guys, I already know you know it's bedrock, but it's bedrock. I really like the day counter, by the way. I might not said that, but I really like the day counter. So we got all the sheep in the end. Not that hard. We're getting a trident here is kind of the idea. I'm really scared, by the way, of drowns. They're the most glitchy mob in Bedrock. You need to be afraid of them. Like, gosh, I've died so much from drowns in this episode. Like, I'm pretty sure half my deaths were because of drowns. For Pete's sake, it's really annoying to me, man. That drowns are so into killing me so many times in this playthrough. Yeah. So after this, I'm thinking we need a gold farm for some golden apples, man. We'll actually get started on it in the end. I'm also just exploring around a little, making sure everything is cool and chill. And yeah, kind of cool terrain, by the way, over there, I have to say. Really cool terrain. Yep, it's cool. But yep, so we're pretty close to being dead, so we got some suspicious stew again. This happens so often that you get down to almost half a heart. Though you're trying not use all your ingredients, you're trying to at least leave one of the mushrooms. Because those mushrooms are kind of hard to get there. If you kind of get my idea here. And yeah. So, I think my next move is actually going to be a gold farm. Though, we're just exploring around this mini ice spikes here that I found kind of cool. And yeah, it's pretty cool, in my opinion. And yeah. Okay. So we're sleeping through the night here, man. We're gonna go check out. Actually, we're not. We're getting more leaves for our iron farm here, man. You know, you always need more leaves, by the way. Just saying. Leaves are great. I was hoping that's how far it would stay. Because the last episode, I didn't die once. Not episode, live stream. And I found that kind of cool. But I ended up dying again, I'm pretty sure. A few times, actually, but I was really confident about the episode before. I was also thinking how I can just sleep in there, not die or anything. Then I realized I left myself stuck. It happens, man. Anyways, this was not a good plan. Anyways, we got all of our hoppers set up here, man. It worked out great. And yeah, this ended up being our little AFK spot, which wasn't a bad thing. We just had a lot of glass because I smelted too much when I did the one project. Bed is obstructed. Anyways, we got most of these iron golem spawns concentrated at this point to where we want them. We still mess with this all the way until like the last few episodes. Not episodes, days. We just keep messing with it, man. I was checking if our rates remain constant with the sheep farm when we're at the iron farm. They did not. I do not have enough simulated chunks. Just to make sure my PlayStation 4, which I'm playing on, doesn't explode. But yeah. So, it's raining quite a bit. I don't know what we're doing next. I'm pretty sure we were going to do something around the lines of called Gold Farm, but what am I doing? So we logged out for the day there. I think I came up with the plan for Gold Farm. Okay, yeah. Got my diamond pick in hand. Yeah, Gold Farm. We're doing a little gold farm. Portal's an 8x8, if that makes sense to all of you. You can do at most like a 17x17, I'm pretty sure. Something like that is the biggest portal you can do. It's whatever. We don't need giant gold farms. We only need so much gold. We'll also be using this farm partially for XP in the future, if that makes sense to all of you. By the way, I did not follow a guide for this. I forgot I didn't have fire spread on here, man. Yeah, and also died from jumping. But I forgot I didn't have fire spread on. I turned that on, on. At like one of the first times I could. When I was making the world, that's what I'm trying to say. When I was making the world, then I kind of finished there on the gold farm. There wasn't really much to it, man. But all I have to say is, drowned are very evil creatures, I have to say. They almost kill you all the time. And I'm wondering if my editing software is gonna crash here, man. Like, I'm really scared right now that my editing software is gonna crash, but I know it's actually my PS4 was the problem here. Right? Yeah, yeah. Anyways, we jumped over to a swamp using seedmap.com again to find one. We needed some slime balls for sticky pistons for a different farm. This is going to be a bone meal farm. We found a witch hut over yonder, like straight ahead basically, right over there, which I found kind of cool. We'll have a witch farm. Witches have pretty good drops now. Anyways, we're making our really quick bone meal farm. We followed a YouTube tutorial, but I noticed there's like 50 different of the same one. It's not like this guy had the original thought or anything. It's not like this idea was original, so I'm not crediting him. But, like, it's different when it's their own original design, but I couldn't find if anyone had original design here. Anyways, this is our last live stream. We're gonna finish everything off, if that makes sense to all of you. And we'll have a pretty good time. Phasing through walls and stuff. I'm thinking about fixing the bottom of this island. If you didn't know, which I didn't really talk about, was this gravel fell from the island at one point. Yeah. Yeah. If that makes sense to all of you. So we're going to be fixing the underside of the island to make it look better when I'm doing stuff here, man. I don't really feel like making thumbnails. Thumbnails are hard, man, sometimes. I didn't have a good screenshot, I think, possibly. Actually, I might have a good one. You'll see. If it has an okay one, I probably put it in. If it has a horrible one, it is probably YouTube putting a thumbnail in for me. Yeah. So we're making a bridge here, man. This bridge will connect the two islands of Sheep Island to Rando Island that has just been sitting here, which I connected. That's right next to the graves of my past lives. We finished that one up. We're gonna write a vice underneath each of these, basically. Just, I'll explain it a little better towards the end. But this one's basically staying for my first death. Make sure where you're escaping, there's nothing there to attack you, man. That's kind of the idea. If that makes sense to all of you. I'm not going to really explain. And my advice really... We're making the island, by the way, bigger, though. Not a lot, but like a tiny bit. We're on like day 79. We're going to AFK the rest of the days in like the last 10 days or so. Maybe 13. I don't know, man. I'll just make sure it's fully wrapped up. So we melted some cobblestone into stone here, and it worked out pretty good. And yeah. Not bad at all. So we're gonna spend one of our last nights at the cold base idea place. We're just gonna spend the entire night. We're making the path a little easier to get up there, so we don't die or something. So this is the second time I've been up here in this world. We're gonna go to the highest point, basically. That's at like Y level 200 something. Which is kind of cool, but I really like this terrain. It's really steep and you can't really get up it easy. Like we're getting all the way up to there. That top island that you just saw. I lagged a lot when going up this hill, I can tell you, man. It took me a good long while to actually get up it. Anyways, we're gonna go over here, I'm thinking. Sketchy path there. Make a little path. Break through the trees. And yeah. Pretty cool to have a partial mega taiga. It's not a real one, but a partial one. This is where I die pretty easily. Couldn't really see the full death, but I fell from a high place because of skeleton. So that's kind of when I decided to stop playing after I got my items. And we FK'd here for 13 days. If that makes sense to all of you. Then, after this is basically done, we're getting to the world tour. I'm not really going to talk throughout the world tour too much, if that makes sense to all of you. Just, I want to make sure you guys enjoy it fully. Aren't questioning too many things. You can pause, by the way, wherever you think it's kind of cool, as I think you're aware. I try taking my time through going through it. I still put at 2.4 times speed, like everywhere else. But yeah, pretty fun. So, as I was getting to, we're going to AFK here for the 13 days or whatever. This is pretty much how I AFK'd the entire time. Wasn't really much to it at all. I sometimes change positions, like here on day 95. And I made sure to sleep in my actual bed during day 100. It's kind of the idea. Some of these days did get cut off, though, towards the end. I'm pretty sure. Some of it was actually because of some of my frames got cut off towards the end. Not like all of them, but some of them. Hopefully that clears up why some aren't fully connected. Anyways, I got a lot of gold from it. And I had to throw out so many gold swords. It took a good while, if that makes sense. Just throwing out gold swords. We had to turn a lot of gold nuggets into gold ingots. And yeah, that's the end of the main thing. And here you go. iconic sunset. Where did the sun go? I will make a gas farm next episode, by the way. The beach is gone. Name the dog. So this is kind of where we're ending it, guys. You can ask any questions you want about the series. When we're going to be continuing it, I don't know, man. To be honest, but you can also name my dog, which would be cool. So we're gonna be making the villager wall next episode. The wall around the village. This is going to be uploaded actually on December 31st, New Year's Eve, is it? New Year's. It doesn't say, but I count as New Year's Eve. Anyways, you guys get the idea, man. Hope you kind of enjoyed this world. I kind of hoped you at least knew what it looked like in the end. I hope you have actually enjoyed. If you are actually able to get through this video, you probably are fine with the rest of my content in the future. I recommend you like, subscribe, and do anything else. Goodbye for now. Peace.